Good morning, Alexios, Raptor Freak here. It's Tuesday morning. The Raptors are going to play the Philadelphia 76ers tonight at the Scotiabank Arena. We're still very short-handed. We had 3 players clear protocols yesterday, thank God. Pascal Siakam, Gary Trent Jr., and Kem Birch. But there's still no guarantee whether any of them play today. They're questionable on the injury list due to conditioning and not possibly being ready physically to go out there and play a full NBA all-out kind of game, which is sucks. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get at least, like I keep saying, 2 out of the 3 back. It may not be Kem. I could see Kem still sitting just because he's been sitting so much anyway. But it'd be good if we got Kem Birch tonight because honestly, Philadelphia is at pretty much full strength. They're missing 3 key players right now, which is Andre Drummond, Danny Green, and Shake Milton. And then, of course, Ben Simmons, who they're still trying to trade. And there's a lot of talk about him getting moved soon. So we'll see what happens with that. But for right now, it looks like we've got our guys from Sunday, the 8 that we had on Sunday, and then possibly adding any of these 3 guys that I just named, Kem Birch, Pascal, and Gary Trent Jr. Like even just having 1 or 2 of these guys added to the guys that we had Sunday is going to help immensely. Like I fully predict Pascal Siakam to play tonight. He may be on a minutes restriction, much like Delano was on Sunday. But if anybody's going to play tonight for sure, it'll be Pascal. And I think Gary's probably going to play also. But like I said, they're going to be on minutes restrictions. So hopefully, we get a good effort out of them and we can still try and win this game tonight with who we have tonight. This is going to be tough. It'll be easier with no Drummond and, no Milton. I mean, Danny Green, but this is a thing. Philadelphia is pretty full strength, and they've been playing pretty good. Joel Embiid had 36 points in the last game that he played. They're rolling in a way. Like they've got good health right now, and we'll have to see how things go tonight. It may be a tough game to win, for sure, probably. And also, there's other things like also this border situation, the stuff with the border. The Warriors, they didn't send everybody here the last time, last home game we had here. And it could be a similar kind of thing with Philly, that they may see this game as being like easier to win because of our current state of affairs with our teams, with our players, like not being available. So it may be that they hold some players out, like just as because they can rest guys against us tonight. So it might be very interesting to see who actually does play for the Sixers. And they're a team like that seems to do that, hold guys out, do load management, in some ways. But I don't know. We'll see. I think Embiid will probably play for sure tonight. And that'll be a tough task for whoever we have at center. I mean, if it's going to be these G League guys and Chris Boucher trying to match up against them, it may be a tough task. But who knows? Maybe Kem Birch will play tonight. He's the one out of the 3 that I'm feeling like least likely to play, unfortunately. But he could end up playing tonight. For the first time in a long, long time, Kem Birch could finally suit up and play for the Raptors tonight. And I don't know if there's any protocol people that may get off of protocols this afternoon that may change too, because that's something that's happening these days. Things are happening so quick, going back and forth, people going on protocols, people coming off protocols. So it could be that we get somebody else also. But once again, this factor, when people come off the protocols, there's a conditioning issue and they're put down as questionable. And if they do play, they're probably on a minutes restriction, just like Delano was on Sunday. So it's going to be a tough game tonight. Philadelphia is rolling, like I said. They're not that much better than us record-wise right now. Their record is like really close to 500. So, this is a team that we could overexcel and do something good against. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because if we have the level of talent we had on Sunday, we're in trouble. So we need to get at least 2 or 3 of these guys back, all 3 of them, if not 2 at least, to play tonight because they'll help immensely. They'll help immensely with our talent, just going up a little bit higher. Then we don't have to start a G League guy, and we can actually have some sort of like main roster, main flow guys that are in our offense. Somebody like Pascal and Gary playing tonight would really help. I don't know if there's a whole lot more to say. The Raptors were going to practice yesterday, but they decided not to at the last moment, and they just continue to do individual workouts. And I guess they did like group film with the new guys from the game on Sunday, and also talk to them more in depth about some of the stuff we do. So it's a tough hill to climb right now for the Raptors. While this health issue is going on with the COVID protocols, we should expect to be at a disadvantage, at least for the next week or so, until we get our full roster back. And hopefully that happens sooner than later. And hopefully these guys aren't having real serious cases of anything where they're having any kind of health issues afterwards. Because like I said the other day, Fred, after they had their issues last season with COVID, he was never the same really for the rest of the year because of his conditioning and his breath and what the virus did to him physically with his health. So that's one of the scary things about the COVID thing is like in some ways it's a lottery of like you could get it worse and it could affect you longer than just having COVID protocols. So hopefully it's all mild cases and easy for them to just come back and feel good and be back. More like they feel like Precious when he took a break on COVID protocols. They binge watched some TV. They ate some food that they liked, made them feel happy, and they had a nice time. Hopefully it's just as simple as that, and that they're not like really and having a really hard time physically with, respiratory or anything like that from having any kind of like, virus or positive test or something like that. All right. Well, Philadelphia, bring it on. Yeah. Let's see Joel Embiid finally showing up to play against us tonight. Let's see if he does. I mean, there's crazy stuff happens like with the border in Canada and US. Some of these Sixer guys may not actually play tonight, but right now it's looking like it's everybody except for Andre Drummond, Danny Green, and Shake Milton. And then, of course, Ben Simmons. He's still not doing anything with them. So, but they got everybody else. Maxey, Thibault, Korkmaz, Embiid, so they're gonna be a tough team no matter what. And hopefully we have a couple of our guys back tonight. Pascal, Gary, and Kem are the possibilities. So starting lineup with Pascal, Gary, Delano, Kem, and Yuta would be pretty good tonight. That would be an okay starting lineup with some of those other guys coming off the bench. But yeah, these G League guys, DJ Wilson could stick around, but DJ Miller or whatever, I always get his last name wrong. Wilson and Miller, I don't know why I get them mixed up. DJ, if he sticks around, he's the one who looks the best so far out of the G League guys that have come to showed up. Tremont has some potential, and he may get another good chance tonight just because, we didn't get any of the other guards back, Malachi or Fred. And then the other two guys, Juwan and Daniel, they got to show a lot tonight to actually get any kind of footing into maybe possibly having any kind of chance to stick around with the Raptors. But they got to do something. You guys got to do something, Daniel Arturo and, Juwan Morgan. Just be more active, get more rebounds, score some points, and just make good things happen. And, you'll ingratiate yourself to Nick Nurse and the coaching staff and the rest of the team. And then hopefully the fans also. And then, you'll hopefully, maybe get a spot. But once again, like we've been talking about this week, the NBA should just expand the roster size of all NBA teams right now during this unprecedented NBA season with all the COVID protocols and all the different things going on. It just makes sense, NBA. So make those switches and just do it. Just like allow teams to have 20 players on their roster. It just makes sense right now with all the coming and going. And even if some of the players are kind of stashed away, maybe there's even a smart protocol where they keep part of the players away from the other players just in case there's any kind of outbreak. So you have like your team that's playing, and then if that team has trouble, then you have another squad of guys who has kind of been kept away from the other team. I don't know how you do that exactly. I know the G League and the main roster is kind of like that already, so that maybe is what it is. So Kenny saying that he wishes Daniel Oturo was taller. Yeah, I think everybody, it's like that song, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. That's an old school song that's pretty fun. Yeah, anybody in the NBA, they wish they could get taller. And the one guy in the NBA right now who I know could get taller is Scotty Barnes. Because Scotty Barnes is a young man who's still growing. His bones are still growing. Did you know you do most of your growing when you're sleeping? So hopefully, while Scotty's been out of COVID protocols, he's been sleeping a lot, hopefully, laying in bed, letting his bones stretch his body out so that all of a sudden, in like a year from now, he's 7 foot, just like Kevin Garnett when he was a rookie. He came into the league at 6'9" and he grew another 3 inches to become 7 foot tall. Eventually, Kevin Garnett. That's because he came in the league so young. He came in the league like 18 years old. Well, guess what? Our guy came in the league at 19 years old. And some are saying that Scotty's already grown an inch just in this NBA season so far. So hopefully he's been laying around, taking care of himself while we've been having him out. And he's grown some because he's laying in bed. That's how you grow, from sleeping. You grow when you sleep. Anyway. All right, y'all. Let's go Raptors. Whoever shows up tonight, whatever happens, it's going to be a little bit better than Sunday for sure. I'm pretty sure it will be, because we'll have a couple of additions, a little bit of an uptick in talent. And then Philly, it's Philly, man. We beat them already this year once. Now we're going to have a hard time to beat them again tonight. I hope we do. If we can, that's great. But like I said, in their last game, Embiid was rolling, and not only that, they played like 14 players. Like they have hardship guys on their team and all their guys back, so they have a whole bunch of guys to pick from. Like they have 14 guys probably that can play tonight. If they send them all, we'll see. And then we're gonna have at the most maybe 11, but it'll probably be more like we have 8.5 the way it feels. So it is what it is. We do what we can. We try and win. We have the attitude of Yuta Watanabe, and we go and we just try. 100 times we jump. 100 times we jump. And we stay aggressive, and we don't give up, and we just stay dogged. That's the only thing we can do right now in this situation while we're not the real Raptors. When we become the real Raptors again, we'll start rolling again. It's just we got to get that good luck patch where we're all healthy and we can really get going. But the synergy of this team is still there underlying. It's just that it's kind of like when the regulators mount back up. It's all of a sudden it's like it's on again. So when regulators mount up, regulars mount up again, then things will be better in Raptor world. We'll get the regulars. Pascal is questionable. He's pretty likely to play. Let's get it straight. Like if he's able to play, if he feels like he can play, then he's probably going to play. They're all clear to COVID protocols, so that's not going to hold him out of the game today. They're clear, but it's the conditioning issue. The issue of them being, it's going to be similar to what happened with Delano on Sunday. They're going to put them on a minutes restriction if they get to play. They probably will have to play because we need them. We need them. So I'm pretty sure they'll play, but they may be on minutes restrictions. It could be something like Pascal can't play over 30 minutes. Same thing for Gary or something like that. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ken Birch finally played again tonight, just because we're going to be playing against Embiid and we're going to need his kind of veteran size against him. So I'm thinking that all three of them are going to play, G, but they're going to be minutes restrictions for sure. And then we'll have 11 bodies tonight, hopefully, instead of just 8. So, all right, guys, let's go Raptors. Let's believe. We're Atlantic Division champions many times over in the past. So let's beat an Atlantic Division rival. We don't like the Sixers, and they don't like us. And we want to beat them. Oh, yeah, we do. So let's protect our home, and let's just get some good things going tonight. It's a weird time, 50% capacity, no food in the arena, no mask down to yell. No, you don't. You get a warning, and half the team gone, most of the team gone. It's just how it is right now. It's just, this is how the strong survive. The going gets tough, the tough get going. Billy Ocean. Oh, yeah, baby. All right, let's go Raptors. Let's beat Philly. Let's overachieve. Like, comment, subscribe if you like my little preview here today. I'm pretty much just trying to set up everybody who's available at this point in time. It changes so quickly. So check back before the game. I might have some additional updates in the comments before the game. Like if more guys get cleared or there's any kind of, God forbid, setback or anything like that, or some of the Sixers players don't end up coming across the border for whatever reason, whatnot. We'll see what happens tonight. All right, guys, let's go Raptors. It's going to be fun.